Okay. Let's see how scuffed this one is. So far it says excellent connection. You guys will be the judge of that though. Alright, let's see. Let's see what we got here. We got a crazy Zilong here. So in the previous encoder, this would already be freezing. Okay. Yeah, that seemed to fix it, guys. Moshi Moshi! Okay, yeah, that seemed to fix it. It's just the encoder, apparently. So yeah, new encoder, not working. Turn off AI, max level, gold. So, what you guys see here is an experimental build I made for Leomord. Is more based like this. It's like a tank jungle Leomord. I do not recommend you do it. It was just a test to see the power of Red Retry and how effective it would be. It's okay. It's copium though. It's not as good as doing your typical Leo things, right? It's not gonna like be insane. It's not gonna be OP. So I don't recommend it. If there's meta builds, then they're meta builds for a reason. But it's fun to use if you're ever bored. Slash, if you don't have a tank on your team, it's actually pretty fun to use as a build. But yeah, for those of you watching the VOD, basically what happened is that the previous stream, I started it early, and we're talking about basically just a bunch of updates and stuff. But essentially TLDR, I basically used the newest encoder available for the stream, which is the new NVIDIA encoder with the newest graphics cards, and it turned out to be scuffed. I guess stuff just isn't compatible yet for it, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start straight up talking about the whole Leomord lab. I'll relabel and make a new thumbnail for the previous VOD that we just did, guys. But yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize for having to restart. It happens though. It's better to restart and have, you know, nice bit rate, you know what I mean? But yeah, that's basically everything that is that's going on right now. My CPU is not even stressed right now, so like I said, it was just an encoder problem. Alright, so I'm fixing myself in my chair so just be a little bit more comfortable. Let me drink some Mountain Dew, and then I'll get into a long conversation about Leomord. And you guys know the drill. We're gonna be talking about we're gonna analyze their kit. We're gonna talk about their weaknesses and their strengths, their place in the meta. Leomord's more self-obvious because he's meta right now. And then we're gonna just go talk about the emblems and the builds and the battle spells for him. So yeah, we'll talk about that and different playstyles, of course, if they appear. And yeah, that's in general how we've been doing these labs. And yeah, that's basically it. Let me just recharge, reload, and read up on the chat, okay? Greedy question, any giveaways? Yes. Excuse me. I'm actually gonna do a giveaway at the end of this stream. Or actually, I should probably do it right now, but the problem is I am going to be scuffed at it. Let's see if I remember how to do it. Not sure, but yeah, I was gonna do it at some point. I might as well start with it. You know what I mean? But yes, there is a giveaway, and it's actually a very funny giveaway. So because I will be busy with family business during Christmas and stuff like that, I obviously will not be able to stream in general. I do have a life outside of ML, so that's why you guys don't see me stream much on the weekends and stuff like that. My schedule is more geared towards a functional human being out here. So because it's Christmas is what, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 days away. I'm gonna start and open up the the giveaway. And here's the thing. From this stream right now, for those of you watching, to the point it ends, I'm gonna pick a winner. Well, I'm not. The system is gonna pick a winner, and I'll add you in game. And the prize is, because I was gonna share this at some point anyways, but the prize is I'm gonna send you this skin right here on Christmas, on the 24th, right before Christmas. And the whole point is that it's an Eve skin, so it'll be a Christmas Eve giveaway. So I'm sorry, it might not be the hero you wanted, / you might already own the skin. So, but it has to be this. It has to be this. I'm sorry. It's the way it is. So yes, enjoy the Christmas Eve skin. Let's see if I can do this giveaway here, right here. Oh boy. Oh boy. Just give me a second. Let me edit this giveaway thing. Oh my goodness, I spelled giveaway as give a what? Duration? Nah, no timer. Entry price. Eve's Ruin Protectress skin. So for this stream, and tomorrow's stream, so there'd be 2 winners. So you can tune in for tomorrow's lab, and obviously we're in Leomord's lab right now. And at the end of the stream, I'm gonna pull out the winner. At the end of tomorrow's Wan lab, we're gonna pull out the other winner. And then on Discord, we'll have another winner, and that will be, let me double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The Discord winner will be chosen on Saturday. So just FYI, I'm gonna start the giveaway as soon as I end the stream tonight on Discord. So if you're on Discord, just tune in over there as well, okay? This should do it right here. You guys tell me if it's not working, okay? Also, sorry for bothering a bit. What jungle sub-talents do you use for the Hellcurt build? Just straight down the middle. Straight down the middle. Okay, let's get back into the Leomord stuff. Now that we're here. Sorry, but yeah, it was for good purpose. We were announcing some giveaways that I was planning to announce anyways. I actually had almost forgotten until you guys reminded me. When I first tried Leomord, firstly at rank, I missed my horse 5 times. So that's actually a good strategy against Leomord users. If you can like knock him off course with his horse, you can cause a lot of emotional damage for them. Dang. Hold up. I'm still reading up, guys. Sorry. Resetting and slapping always works. There's still something scuffed about the stream that I'll change later. It's like not outputting in the right kilobytes per second that I want, so I'm gonna have to force something. And I might just not have the bandwidth to do it with Twitch up at the same time. But yeah. Christmas Eve, I am shook. Dear God, I don't even use, not even her. She's really good. You should do it. Let me pin this message so that people that come into the stream know that the giveaway is going up. You think Leo is more powerful at jungle than EXP lane? You are correct. I looked using Jawhead. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. What would be insane and OP is if you could move Barbiel off the field. That'd be really cool. I would love to see that. Okay, so let's talk about Leomord, okay? Leomord's got reworked recently, but essentially, in a nutshell, he's your I would consider him a engage type fighter with high chase potential and burst. That's what I would AoE, good AoE too. Very high jungle clear speed, very fast rotations, very good range of engages and stuff. That's why he's meta right now, because a lot of his scalings got buffed, and that's why we see him rise in the meta. And his passive also got buffed to, like, I'm pretty sure if you guys were tuned into the streams a little bit before all these buffs came out, I told you guys, if this, you know, below 50% passive thing actually gets on the original server, he will be meta. Like, guarantee you would be meta. And of course, lo and behold, he's meta now. So, yeah. For Leomord, when you're jungling with him, most people like to build the Molten, although some people don't, and they go straight for the Fury Hammer style. It's up to you. I like the Molten one because it helps me in general. But we'll talk about the build more a little bit later. Let me just finish my build as I would in game real quick. Excuse me. Sorry. Gotta do this the way I do it before I forget it. Then I would sell this, and then I would get this, and I would sell this, then I would get this. So it looks kind of scuffed, I guess, but let me just reorder it then. Oh, you need BOD though. What am I doing? Yeah, something more like this. I know a lot of people are gonna say, where's the Malefic Roar? You need it in this meta. That is true, but at the same time, it's Leomord. So if you're doing your job correctly, you're gonna use BOD. Unless the enemy is all chonky boys, then of course, by all means, get Malefic Roar. But yeah, if you have successfully paired up your skills and stuff, and you're using FOB, not Killing Spree. I don't know why I have Killing Spree. If you're using FOB, you don't need Bloodlust. I actually recommend you get this because, like I said, we'll talk more about the builds in a little bit, but essentially, when you have, when you punch somebody with a basic, and then you, I guess, well, let me see if they remove that function. Okay, yeah, they removed that function. Okay, so never mind. I take back what I said. It used to be that the Molten Essence would help keep the stacks of War Axe up. Not anymore, I guess. So I take back what I said. That does not apply anymore. So we'll go back to our BLX for now, and cope. So yeah, never mind. That might change my opinion on having War Axe in general now. Sorry. So yeah. Leomord's kit. Oh, it's frozen, guys. My bad. I'm over here talking and then I realize it. Don't worry. I see it. I see it. I apologize. New follower. Jeez. Hello. Thank you for the follow. We're fixing the copium stream. War Axe Rex since it was needed. No. Yeah, the War Axe nerf really hurt, but even more than that, what hurt a lot is, I mean, what I just saw is this right here hurt the most, because I liked War Axe when you would buy it and you would punch somebody, and you know your Cursed Helmet passive would keep the War Axe stacks up for longer. I guess not anymore. Which sucks, in my opinion, but it is what it is. And I'm not gonna complain about it, I just gotta deal with it, you know? It is what it is. Thank you for the follow, though. Most of us are on YouTube, if in case you're wondering where all the chat's from. Is the game frozen? Yeah, it was frozen. My bad, my bad. So for Leomord, the best way, it's actually easier if you go into the game and you just, I would recommend you do this with any hero you're trying to figure out about. When you're trying to figure out a new hero, every single one of them is unlocked before you buy them in the custom mode, so please go in custom, check them out, see if this is a hero that you're gonna be like, yes, I'm gonna spend 32,000 battle points on this hero, right? Don't just randomly go out of nowhere and be like, yeah, I like this hero because they're meta, and you know I'm gonna use them because they're meta. You know, don't do that to yourself. You're in for a world of pain. If you're playing heroes, first of all, it's a game, so you should enjoy it. Second of all, if you're trying to be sweaty at it and competitive, you're gonna, of course, have to sacrifice some of your fun for meta. So like Bauman, for example, when Bauman was more meta than he is right now, yeah, Bauman's not fun to look at. He's kind of just spins in place and stuff. So I can tell you, Leomord is fun to use, at least IMO, and it froze again. Jeez, the hell. So yeah, that's what we're dealing with. We're dealing with scuffed freezing for some damn reason that I don't know why. Copium. Okay, let's see if that fixes it whenever it decides to reload. There it goes. Alright, so and when you're looking at a hero's kit, you can go ahead and look at them in the game and look at their scalings and stuff, but a good way to detect if you're going to be able to do good damage with them is just go up in here, go into a bot. These bots have absolutely no defense, so if you have an emblem with like physical pen and then your emblem has pen on it, make sure you sell these items. Excuse me. Sell these items when you're testing if you can, because when you do flat pen, this is what's gonna happen. And yes, the thing just froze again. Sorry, but I can show you guys why that matters real quick. Let me pull up the other thing while we're coping over here. While I'm trying to fix this right here. Side screen. Here we go. Okay, there we go. Sorry about the brightness. There's no dark mode for Chrome tabs at the moment, and it's blinding me at night. Jeez. But let me get out the way here a little bit. So when this is a damage calculator. I have the link for this in Discord. But essentially, if you're skill 1, which I'm looking at right now, you guys can't see it. It's off the screen right now. Leomord's skill 1 does about 1900 damage without anything. So that's around 2000, but we'll just change it. Raw damage, this is physical damage, so we'll change it to a 1. This is like the nerdy stuff, but don't worry about it, it's not that complicated. Most enemies have around 60 defense, and then your flat pen your flat pen from your items and stuff is usually somewhere around I believe 20 for assassin emblem, and then you're gonna add another possibly 15 from your, if you have, for example, hunter strike. So 20 plus 15 is 35. No malefic equipped in this build. No percent pen debuff. Don't have to worry about any of this other stuff. Essentially, your 1900 hit is gonna do 1000 damage in game, in a real game. Why does this matter? Why should you care about this? Because when I hit this bot and we go back to this real quick, you'll see what I mean. Sorry about this. This is kind of scuffed. I'm working on it. So when we go back over here, and try to fix the damn thing so it's actually not lagging and you guys can see what I'm looking at. Slightly molding now, slightly molding. Come on. Alright, just let it load. Hold up, guys. I'm sorry. I haven't had this problem with this capture card yet. It must be where it's plugged into that it doesn't like. Yeah, okay. So, when you're hitting somebody without any defense, like these bots right here, and you have these percent pen things, and you have the assassin emblem with the pen, this is what's gonna happen. You're gonna see, oh, 2700 damage. I can one-shot people with that. And this 2659 you just saw is based on his skill doing 800 plus 1083, and Dominance and Cursed are the only defense items. Oh, no. By all means, do not get those. I would say that your two defense items that are core for sure, 100% on Leo, are Athena's Shield and Dom Ice. In some cases, in some games, you might need Blade Armor or even Antique. And if you're going for Spellbound build, you might need Oracle on top of Athena's Shield. Depends on how chonky the enemy is or how much burst they're doing, right? But yeah, let me go back to that damage calculator. This 2659 we just saw, right? Let me show you guys what I mean by that real quick. And the damage that came out from Leomord skill is 800 plus, so 1883 is the actual value here. 1883, 0. Oh, no vengeance, please. Sorry, I had things set for vengeance. So if you look here, it tells you 2658. It's kind of rounds a little bit different than in the game, but as you can tell, the calculator will take what you have, and it should reflect what you see in game. So here we go again. It says it right there, 800 plus 1083. This dude has no defense, so you're gonna do 2659. And we go back to the calculator, you can see that it does 2658. So just proving to you guys that this took a long time to make. It works flawlessly. And so all I'm trying to say is that enemies that have one armor item legit, such as Dominance Ice if they have it, or most marksmen will build Antique against you, or Dreadnought at least. Dreadnought has 40 physical defense, and if you add on a base defense from a marksman, we can do that real quick. But they'll end up with somewhere around 80 or so, I would say, defense. And if you don't have the assassin emblem, you have your fighter emblem, you're gonna do even less pen. So let's just assume. Let's go back into the game first, because I need to make sure that we're not throwing over here. Sorry it's getting mathematical in this, but it's important that you guys understand that for Leomord at least, there's a misconception running around that your force need Malefic Roar in this meta, but it's not for sure a necessary thing. Let me grab a. Goodness gracious, this lag on the capture card it's driving me insane, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Back to the. Yeah, let's go ahead and try it on marksman real quick. I can show you what I mean. So a meta marksman right now is Claude, for example. So I'm just gonna literally go max level, add gold, add gold, add gold, add gold, add gold, add gold. Warrior boots, so I need to take damage from something. Typical Claude build. You know, nothing crazy, not even a single armor item apart from the boots. And most Claudes get the tough boots anyways. So this is not by any means a really good representation. But this Claude has 63 base, the boots alone put them up to 110. Let's say it's your normal Claude and they build tough boots, and they don't have Wind of Nature. They just build the Antique against you instead. So they have this. It's still 117. They just have an extra debuff on you. So pretty similar. So for our purposes, we're gonna choose. Oh, you can't see it. Damn it. For our purposes, we'll say 120 whenever it loads. Hopefully sometime today. Copium. Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on it, guys. Sorry. I'm pretty sure it's the multi-stream. Unfortunately. My internet's not that good, apparently. It's loading. There we go. Okay. So yeah, he has 117 physical defense, and I only have the Antique. If I sell Antique and I get the other boots, then he has like 110 or whatever. For our test, I think it's fair if we do 120. If he has both the warrior boots and Antique, he's gonna have like what, 164. So like I said, realistically, I don't think most Claudes or most marksmen will go over 120 in general. So yeah, let me pull this back up on the side screen so we can see what I'm looking at. So we take 120, and let's assume we have the assassinum, max pen, killing spree. Let's just assume we have that on Leomord. And you get the glaive, right? So you're gonna be doing your 1883 S1 will do 1684 on somebody with 120 defense with the assassin emblem and with you know, the ability that we showed a little bit earlier. So that's like the fact of the matter kind of a scenario there, okay? So then we have to also deal with what if you don't build it? What if you don't get the Divine Glaive, right? Well, when you don't get Divine Glaive, you do significantly less Divine Glaive. What am I saying? When you don't get Malefic Roar, you do significantly less damage, right? But don't panic, because it's not as bad as it sounds. Okay, it really isn't. And here's what I mean by that. When you go in game, there's a real point in the match where you have a opportunity to out damage the damage coming from the boost in penetration that Malefic gives with the boost that the Blade of Despair gives. So what I mean by that is the build we had, literally just showing it, not in that order. You would never buy it in this order, but it's what we had. So just to keep things consistent, right? So here's our skill back into, well, it's a little bit higher now because I bought that potion. Let me change the potion real quick so we don't have inflated numbers. Then you go 1883. It's glitched again. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. Scuffed AF, bro. Scuffed AF. Sure, fire away. What? Let's join Zero Squad. My squad's full of 0 people. Trust? Go ahead and join. Okay. I'm just gonna keep this menu up because honestly it just keeps on crashing. So yeah, so we're back up here, back in game, 1083. Here we go. So like, just to verify, there's your 2659 that we were showing earlier. Now, when you're dealing with your BOD buff, I'm gonna put a normal bot down here. And I'm just gonna get them low, right? Okay, so now I'm doing 800 plus 1355, which would be what? Brain lag 2155, I believe. Yes, math. Hello, math. Let me check real quick. I don't want to cap here. 800. 800 is insanely high base damage, by the way. There you go, 2155. Yes. So if we change this to 2155, you know, there's your 1261. And so we're just gonna go back. So in this case, it might not be worth it, but if you look at the crits that Leomord's guaranteed to do, here's where it comes critical, right? Let me show you. Let me show you. This is your choose your poison, right? Around 1k on a crit there. And that Layla had 85 physical defense, right? So, well, you can't see it again because it froze. Dang. Molding 101. So that Layla has 85 physical defense. And when you punch her below, you do about 1,000 damage. This is with BOD. Were you to sell this and get Malefic, your crit is 934, so it's just a little bit less. Again, like I said, it depends on what you want, but because we are in a chonky meta, and because BOD procs on him very well, below 50%, I would almost highly recommend you kind of do more of... If it weren't for the CDR that these items have, I would almost recommend you draw in a BOD into this, if you don't care about the Bloodless Sack stuff. But in general, just to recap and get past all the scuffs, because we've been scuffing, guys. I'm sorry, I apologize for the scuffs on the stream, but I have no idea why it's doing it. It's not the restart again. It's definitely not that. It's the card itself, the capture card having issues. So yeah. So anyways, I think personally, if we're talking about Leomord's weaknesses, let's go ahead and recap his skills. You know, the poke S1 gives you a shield, helps you clear waves. You have a nice dash. Your ult summons Bar BL. You can go to him and you get the new set of skills on Bar BL. You're faster, you're tankier. You have this new push and the stomp, right? They're all AoE, and your attacks become AoE. So when you're dealing with a bunch of enemies, excuse me, let me summon Barbiel again. When you're dealing with a bunch of enemies, as long as one of them is in your range, is low, everybody in your AoE gets hit with the crit. So let's put in a bunch of damage bots with very, very, very high HP to represent full HP enemies, and a low HP one right here. And we're gonna punch this low HP one. We're gonna even summon Barbiel on her. And then right here, I'm gonna punch, and everybody should take crit damage. So that's what I mean by that. And that's why that's really good. So I'd say that was one of his strengths, but weaknesses wise, Barbiel has a really great range, but you can get displaced from it. It's not like guaranteed to come to you. Yes, it's lagging again. Oh my goodness. Don't worry, it's coming back up. But yeah, meanwhile, while we wait for it to reload or whatever, safe to say that the Barbiel stuff is I think that's his biggest weakness, the fact that you can move him out of Barbiel's range. But if you're looking, like the combos you guys are suggesting, is like this, and then, you know, just do that. There's so many things right there on the screen. I guess it's kind of complicated to look at what I just did. Let me redo that for you guys. So basically, you can cast your skills while Barbiel's coming to you, and you're gonna go like this, and you can go like this, and then dash, 2-bar bill, stomp, and then do this. You know, that's a good recognized combo of his for max damage and stuff. Alternatively, you could also do the disengage dash that he likes to do. I have to wait for Barbiel to go away. But if you're trying to poke somebody safely and then dash away, you can do the, you know, backwards poke dash thing. But yeah. Imagine if they made it so Leo's skills could also crit. Oh, that's insane. That would be even more broken. The new card scuffed too. No, I don't think it's the card. I think it's the it might be where it's plugged into that it's having issues right now. I might just have to move it after this stream to a new place, but sorry. For now we'll deal with it. Capture device being weird. But yeah, other than that, for I think that pretty much encompasses Leo's weaknesses. He doesn't have many other weaknesses, other than the fact that he's weak to AOE crowd control. Like, but that's like any fighter really, in general. So I don't really count that against him because most fighters are weak to that. You know, it's a known counter to fighters. So just be careful. Don't miss your Barbiel. If you're going for a burst type build, make sure you're chunky enough, or you're going into the team fights a little bit later. Because if you're building for damage in the early game, you don't want to engage and then get one-shot bursted, crowd controlled out of and wiped into oblivion, right? But if you're going for a more chonky build in the early game, like I like to do, like I said, I like to build Molten. Personally, I like to build Molten and then Fury Hammer on him. You know, it's unorthodox considering the meta. But then I like to go into Dumb Ice, and it froze again. GG. Don't worry, I'm working on it. I can hear it. I'm working on it as I like literally. I'm hearing it as it's going scuffed. But yeah, Molten and Fury Hammer into Dumb Ice is what I like to build on him, and then I tend to then get. Nah, it's a toss up honestly between. I would say it's a toss-up between Athena's, depending on how chonky the enemy is, and the Bloodlust axe for me. Something like this is usually what I end up doing in most games because solo QB, like, you know. This is what I end up doing in most games, and then I just end up, I keep the Molten because it helps me farm, and I just complete my Hunter Strike, and then late game when I need that extra survivability, not War Axe, what am I doing? Not survivability, extra pen, then I just get this last. It's my own way of playing him. If you're fighting a lot of chonky people, you know, you might have to do something different. The stream is still lagging, so you have no idea what I'm talking about, but just trust me, let it load. There it goes! Woohoo! But yeah, I get the, let me just sell this stuff again so you guys know what I'm talking about and do it all over again. Ah, why does it keep freezing? Okay. I'm molding, guys. Okay. Come on. Come on, work with me. Please work with me. It's not that hard. Capture card? Alright, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna unplug it. We're gonna unplug it. It does not deserve to live another day. Let's just patiently wait for it to reload. Okay, there we go. Jeez. So this is, like I said, this is typically what I get right here, as you're seeing it. This time I'm keeping my eye on it. You cannot escape. This is how I build it, and then I get into the Hunter Strike. Now I don't have gold. GG. Then I get the Hunter Strike. Then I sell this usually, and I get Malefic. wherever it's at. There we go. This is my build on Leomord. And if the enemy doesn't have any type of like chonky people, I do not get Malefic, I get BOD, okay? But whenever you guys are curious about, you know, how to lab for builds, you have to look at, like I said, look at the hero's kit, look at what they benefit the most from, and look at what's out there to counter him. So for Leomord, like I said, he suffers from stuff that normal fighters would suffer from. That's why most people like to get the brute force item, because it makes him faster and more, you know, better rotations and stuff like that. So you're less prone to getting stopped by people with, you know, slowdowns and stuff. But in my opinion, it's not worth it, because you can't afford to not have dominant size late game if you're fighting marksman. You know, it's a very important item, and you can't afford to not have Athena shield, because you're going to get bursted by mages. In this meta, you can't afford to not have the Malefic Roar, and you need the CDR from these 3 items. You're going to even lose CDR on Dumb Ice on the new patch, so you need these 2 items for CDR at least, along with blue buff. That's 30 at least. So, you know, like most fighters in the next patch that use Dumb Ice, we're probably going to have to gear them up more for CDR now, so just FYI. General threshold to when to buy Malefic instead of BOD is it when the enemy has over 100. It's when they have over 60. So that's more based on when in the game it is. I'll pull that up for you again, since hopefully it don't glitch. But yeah, at least Chrome don't glitch. Damn. So if you look at this, and let's just ignore this, everything else. Like, let's just put 2,000, okay? If we're gonna do 2,000 damage to the enemy, and then we have Assassin Emblem geared towards Pen, and we have the Hunter Strike, no other thing, we just have BOD. And let's say that we have BOD boost our damage by 300 or something, you know, realistically. So from 2,000, we do 2,300 now. And the enemy has only 60 defense, right? So you're going to do 1903. And with the same thing, but you don't have BOD, right? No BOD, 2,000 damage. Then you get your Malefic Roar. See that? Look at that. Again, I took away... I have a BOD passive on here, typical BOD passive. But yet Malefic is superior to it. And the reason that is because Flat Pen and Percent Pen are now synergized. So that's why people, if you've heard of Malfury, Malefic Fury, that's why. So it's lower than you might think. I used to think it was, like, I just told you it was 60, but I guess it's more dependent on this right here, your threshold, your difference. So keep in mind how much flat pen you have and how much armor the enemy has. If it's late game, which is 60, but if it's mid game or early game, the enemies will, like squishy enemies usually will only have like 40 or 30. I'm gonna go into the game right now and I'm gonna equip an I'm gonna go grab Claude again with the marksman emblem, you know, typical stuff. I'm loading it in the background. And all I'm going to do is level up to 4, 8, 12, and 15. So upgrade, upgrade, upgrade. This is level 4. No items, of course. Okay, no defense items at all. Physical defense is 24. So I'm going to put that over here onto the side. You guys can't see it right now, but then we'll go up again. Now we're level 8. He has 38. And then we go 1, 2, 3... 4. Now he's level 12 and we have 52. And at max level he will have 63. Okay? And so we go back to the side screen over here. And essentially when we get... Let's just go ahead and change it to... In the early game. In the early game, if you have BOD, right? If you rush BOD, I guess, when they're level 4, I don't think that's realistic. I think it's more realistic that they'll be level 8 and you have BOD. Let's say you have BOD passive that pushes your attack to 2300. Then your flat pen is still 35 because you have, I don't know. Well, realistically, I don't think you would even have 35. I think you'd have 20 plus maybe the Fury Hammer because it's expensive. And the Fury Hammer is 12, so 20 plus 12 is 32. So let's keep it realistic. 2190, okay? Now, let's remove that BOD passive, and let's just say you do only 2000 damage, but then you have the Malefic Roar. 2352 versus 2190. So even then, you can see why people get the penetration, right? The only time it comes into effect that there's a big difference is on your scaling, on your skills. So it's not just about how much armor the enemy has, what stage in the game they are, but how well does your skill scale on BOD. Then you have the full picture. I know it sounds complicated. I honestly do not mean it to be that complicated. But look at your fighters and see if they're worthy of a BOD, and you'll see what I mean. In this case, Leomord is good with BOD because, you know, his passive already procs it and all that other stuff. But as you can see from the math, Fury Malefic Roar is better on him, right? Because if you look at the scaling here, dealing damage up to 800 in the late game, plus 180% of your total physical attack. That's great. You know, total physical percent attack scaling is great, but if you really want to benefit from your total physical attack and a BOD buff, you're gonna have to think about by how much does BOD actually increase your damage, right? So we go back in game just to verify it, right? Let's go back in game. And apparently it hasn't crashed yet, so I'm actually surprised. Fun fact, USB-C cables have a certain amount of stream processors on them, and if you flip them over, sometimes they're better at streaming. So I guess I had it backwards or something. So max level Leomord, right? Nothing but BOD. I'm going to put just a BOD on him and that Fury Hammer that we were talking about. And we'll see what I mean here. BOD. There he is. Alright, so you see that 269 plus 218? The way BOD's passive works is, if you read the description, enemies below 50% will give you a buff that's 25% extra physical attack, okay? It's not total. So when you're punching somebody, your attack will go from 487 to 609, okay? And that is a pretty big buff, but what got boosted was the 218. That green number you see. So 218 times 1.25 is 272. Why does this matter? Or why should you care about this? It's because it's hard to explain in a couple of words, but essentially 269 plus 218, right? 487. 487, right? 487 times 1.25, so it would be 608. It's written wrong. 608.75. The BOD buff is badly translated. Attacking enemies below 50% HP grants 25% extra physical attack, which would mean that that green one, which is your extra physical attack, would get boosted, which would mean 218 times 1.25, which means 272, which means 272 plus 269, which means that your attack should be 541, not 608. Why am I malding about stuff like that? Because it means that his attack should be 541, not 608. What that means for you guys in layman's terms is that the BOD buff is a total physical attack buff, not an extra physical attack buff. Sorry. You know, it's a very bad translation there. With that being said, though, and considering a full the full item build we had, you know, with the Bloodless Axe and the BOD and, you know, all this, when we punch an enemy, our attack will soar to 753. So let's go ahead and do that. 753 and a crit which is 200% damage, will be 1506 with BOD. Okay. Oh my goodness! I just crashed my own calc. I didn't crash it. I um close the tab. Oops. I'm working on it. Hold up. Yeah, 1506, right? So 753 times 2 is 1506. That's a simple calculation because the crit damage is 200%. So it's just literally 753 times 2. And this should be reflected on a damage bot. If we can crit on a damage bot, here, let me buy DHS just to get him low for you guys, okay? The damage bot doesn't have any defense. And we also have the 35 flat pen, right? Because we have our emblem and we have that item. So 0, 35. You can't see what I'm doing right now. I'm sorry. I'm working on it. Give me a second. Here you go. So according to this, our critical damage against this bot should be 21, 26. And if we go back in game and see if our calculator is working, there you go. So then we can use this tool, over here, this damage calculator. We can use this tool and do different scenarios. Now, what if I don't have BOD? What if I just have the Malefic Roar, right? So let's get the Malefic Roar and see by how much our attack drops. It drops to 502. And once again, here we go, 502. And 2 times 502 would be 1,010, I think? 1,004? 1,004? 502 times 2, 1,004? Yeah. So our raw damage would go down to 1,004 if it crits, right? But now we have the Malefic Roar. And our damage is 1417. Is that reflected in game? Let's find out. I'm buying DHS to get him low again because he already regen everything. So our crit should go down to 1417. So again, this is why I said you shouldn't practice this type of damage on these types of bots. If you want a realistic target, the best thing you can do, if you guys want to test your builds, I've said it a lot of times before on stream, get yourself a double Guardian helmet. Don't get debuffs on this because it makes the math complicated for you. But just get the enemy, just put some armor on the enemy, right? Like some legit armor. Put Dom Ice on them. And that's it. Summon a normal bot. Now this bot has the attributes. They have 85 physical defense. And you can use this damage calculator, which I have linked in the... oh, with my glasses. I got you. But we can have the sorry if I haven't been paying attention to the chat, guys. I have to go very sweaty on the math on this one because it kind of devolved from a Leomord lab to not just a Leomord lab, but like explaining very well how Malefic Roar works on him in general too. So it's important for him that you understand this. But anyways, that Layla that we just saw, she has 85 physical defense. So we're going to put that armor up on her. And our attack was... let me get my items again. Our attack was... No, I ran out of gold. It was like 500 or something. Our attack was 502. So yeah, that's why if it crits, it's going to do 500 or 1,004, ideally, right? So we only have, in this case, yeah, we still have our 35 flat pen. We have our Malefic Roar equipped. So this should say that 1,018 is the damage we should do on this Layla, right? So let's punch this Layla. Let's get her low. And our crits should be 1,018. We see 870 here. So what gives? Oh, she got 88 now. She leveled up. 1,007. There's your flat pen. 502. And she has Dom Ice, right? Wait, did they change the passive of Dom Ice? No? 88. Oh. Oh, she leveled up again. Oh my goodness. 91 now. Hold up. 91 says that the final damage should be 996. It's literally 860. What gives? What gives? We're running into some issues here, apparently. That's interesting. Maybe it's because it's a crit. Or because it's an AA. I'm confused now. Is my attack being nerfed? 860, right? So, hold up, guys. This is weird now. Yes, don't mind the chat. 0 led us to the victory line. Don't worry, I got it. I just have to cope now because this kind of just blows my mind now. It's 70 physical defense, right? So 45, 45, and Guardian Helmet should do it. Normal bot. This other Layla has... $105 now. So she's a 105 lady. But she doesn't have Dom Ice. 502. 815. So 815 on her, and this other one has 94. And so I should be doing something. 850. So there seems to be some weird phenomenon going here with the crits. Leomord math is weird. Can confirm. Let's 493, right? I'm doing 502 and 502, and that reads 403. 502. Huh. Is my emblem glitched or something? Guys, I think there's a bug on Leomord. Not that we're trying to find the bug, but it exists. I'm gonna restart the lobby. Okay, hold up. Let's recap and deconvolute, decompress the complexity of what we're looking at. Video quality now 240 for me. Yes, sorry about that. I'm not sure why it's doing that. I just realized that the chat is frozen. Oh wait, no, that the chat on the stream is frozen. That's insane. Chatbox Goon! What are you doing to me? When one part of the stream is fixed, but then the other one is then the other one dies, Lamel. Let's do something real quick for it. Rip Chatbox Goon. Okay, let's do this real quick. Let's see if it revives it. Nope, Chatbox Goon dead. It's okay. We got you guys. Yeah, so let's recap on Leomord. Essentially, the build, let's fix the build first, because then that can help me recap and not be so cope, because it went real cope real fast. I'm sorry. It's not the kind of quality I was expecting to do for this stream. So like I said, I apologize. It's just deal with scuff when you have to, you know. Let's get that Bloodlust in. Let's get this Dom Ice in. There you go. So that's my build on Leomord. And again, like I told you guys, I personally like to have my Molten Essence when I'm jungling. So this is what I would recommend you build on him. New follower? Hey, thank you for the follow. Aya-chan. So yeah, that's let's recap. The reason I like the build the way it is because I get Molten Essence, Fury Hammer, then I get Bloodlust Axe, then I get Damice. Damice will change, so I used to say it's for the CDR, but now it's gonna be for that debuff that it has. Welcome to Twitch, Aya-chan. Most of us are on YouTube. If you're wondering where most of the chat is at, or who I'm talking to, since my chat died, apparently my chat box died. You hate to see it, you know. Something has to die on my stream. If it's not my game, it's the actual chat box. Something gotta die today. But yeah, we're discussing Leomord at the moment. I would recommend you go on YouTube so that we can chat box it away. Let's see if we have old chatbox Kun visible here. Where you at? Okay, so let's bring the old chatbox Kun. All right, let's see if you guys say something. Let's see if it works. Trust. Mao. Okay, now the other chatbox, the one that never worked, works. Trust. Oh, my copium. Oh, the misery. So yeah, that's the build I would recommend on Leomord, guys. Reason stated already. He is better in the jungle right now. I don't recommend you take him anywhere else. If you do take him anywhere else, it's a toss-up between Flicker and Vengeance, depending on your teammates or solo queue. If you're the only one tanking and stuff, you might need Vengeance. If you have an Angela and you're doing solo queue or duo queue, sorry, Sprint might be better. But in general, I would not use him out of Retri in the jungle. And for your builds, I mean not your builds, for your emblems, I would recommend you go your typical Killing Spree, not that one. Killing Spree with mobility, pen, and Killing Spree like I just said. If you're going for the FOB variant, you're gonna have to go for the pen and attack on it. Both work, both are fine. Some people have asked me if I would go Electro or Weapon Master and buff the crit damage for his passive. I would say to them, it's up to you, but I wouldn't recommend Emblem personally. It's not my personal cup of tea. I appreciate how dedicated Zero is to this and how he does this for us. Biggest props. Like I said, guys, I apologize. I haven't been keeping up with chat for the past like 30 minutes because it's hard because of all the damn copium and the math. When you're dealing with copium and math, it doesn't work well. But yeah, that kind of recaps Leomord as a whole. His place in the meta is obviously top tier. We've been over that already. He's very strong, and he's just gonna stay very strong until they nerf the scaling on his skills, especially on Barbiel, because it's already does 600 base damage, and the passive is really strong, you know. So once they nerf this right here, this crit back to like 30%, once they nerf the type of damage he can do, you know, you might see that 50% total physical scaling, that's low. Or 120% total physical scaling, that's low, because we have heroes like Paquito, right? We have heroes like Paki out here with their broken scaling. Like, who decided that, you know, you could have 600 enhanced jab and you can just have another 400 right on top of that, you know? That's not fair. And those are just base scalings. You don't even have, I didn't even look at the other ones, 165 and 215%. Like, you know, those are, you want to talk about broken scalings, you know, he's been nerfed multiple times. So, but thank you guys. Hey, thanks for the support. I'm reading the chat right now. But yeah, I think once they nerf Leomord's scalings, like 800 base damage, if you land your S1 before you summon Bard BL, you're already looking at like over 2 to 3k like damage on somebody with very low armor, and that's insane. So that's why he's up there right now. That's why he's meta. That's why we're dealing with somebody like him. And hopefully you guys learned a lot from him. The only thing that I'm concerned about right now, that if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna keep on testing, because the passive does not make sense. I would use Alucard, but it's a very bad hero to use because he has his own like scaling passive on him. And Jawhead has another scaling passive on him. The amount of heroes you can actually use to test for stuff like this is actually very low, because everybody has these weird passives on them. I'll use Argus, I think, and not use this one. I'll use Argus for this testing. It seems that there's a basic attack disparity here. And like I told you guys, if we give more giveaways, if you win, I win. But I think the problem intrinsically with Leomord is that his passive might not be accurately described. His crits are not accurate, might not be accurately described. Let me double check though. I don't want to cap, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Just 100% crit rate. Let's go. And that was the wrong one to buy. And I ran out of gold. That's nice. Thank you. I don't want the extra buff. Okay. So I'm going to summon a normal bot. And she has 15 physical defense. And my attack is what? 448? 448. So 448 times 2 should be 896. She has, let me just once again just to double check, she has 15 physical defense. I'm typing it on the other thing, and my own stats are 20 flat pen. Okay, that's dog water. I need the Hunter Strike. So now my stats change again. 463 now. 2 times 2, that's a 926. Okay, we're supposed to be doing 926 crits. Oh my god, the passive. See what I mean now? This is what I mean. This is what I mean. Damn passive. Now we need a sacrificial passive bot over here. Something take the passive, thank you. Okay, so our crits should be doing 1230 according to the calculator. That's 1344 and 1411. I don't like this. I feel like Mobile Legends has changed. Oh, hold up. I have BOD. I have Berserkers though. I have extra. Damn it, I can't use Berserkers because it buffs my it buffs my crit damage. Alright, there we go. This should be better now. Copium 784. But now my attack is reduced. 327 times 2, 654. 654. Final damage should have been 869 according to the calculator. If my 327, yeah, if my physical attack is 327, when it crits it should do 654, but these bots have only 15 physical defense. Well, now that one changed to 18, but she only has 18 defense, right? I don't have glaive, so I should be doing, I just leveled up unfortunately, so now my see this. Let me just max my level before I mauled even more, honestly. This is the wrong one. You have to keep everything under control here. 412 now. Woohoo! 412 times 2. I should be doing 824 if it crits, because it's only 200%, right? Ha 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 ha. 960. Once again, she has 18 defense. I have 35 flat pen. 959. 960. For once, it matches. For once, it matches. Okay, I was beginning to worry that my damage calculator was not working anymore. I was literally about to panic, because like I worked so hard on this thing for it to not work. you know? So there we go. Let's test again. There you go. 959. 960. Okay. Good. Good, 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 good. Now I'm gonna sell this, and I'm gonna get BOD. Okay, now my BOD passive will trigger... Things getting one shot. Come on. Thank you. Okay, so with BOD, my physical attack goes up to 678. Times 2, that should be 1356. Let me type, please. The Layla is level 3 now, so now she has 21 physical defense. My flat pen is still at 35. I don't have extra crit damage, so theoretically, I should be doing a 1535 crit on her. Yes! There we go. There we go. Validation. Copium. Okay, so I can confirm that Leomord's critical damage passive scalings is not accurate. So, just FYI. See how Zero shows us the stats and how things work out? That's it. Yeah, Argus players, if they're smart, they're almost unstoppable, honestly, though. Let's be real. Okay, so now let's go back to Leomord now. Because, like, that right there was creepy. The way that crit worked is very unorthodox. I'm concerned. I can confirm that the damage calculator is functioning properly. What I don't like is the fact that it seems that Leomord has a weaker crit than other heroes. It seems he has a nerf installed, basically. I don't appreciate it when people get ninja nerfed, so I'd like to bring attention to things like when that happens. So yeah, let's go ahead and get the same stuff though. He already 100% crits when people are low, so we just need our Hunter Strike and some type of damage, right? So here's our Layla, and here's our other Layla, just to keep it similar. And he has 532 attack, but we're gonna hit them when they're low, right? 665 attack times 2, that should be a 1330 raw damage. The Layla has, they're level 1 right now, so they only have 15, and we have 35 flat pen, so our crits should be doing 1596. I didn't see that, so trust. But yeah, our crit should be doing 1596. Okay, good. That actually worked out. Let me sell BOD. Let me get Malefic Roar. So I got Malefic Roar installed now. And the way it works is I should have 432 times 2, which is 864. They have 15 defense still. 35 fat pen. Flat pen. Percent pen. It says it right there. That's 35. So there we go. The thing says 1147. I see a 1095. 1095. And again, on the calculator it says 1147. So just one more time. 1147. Reality 1095. Okay. 1095 out of 1147 is, oh my god, not multiplied. Please, that's a huge number. 1095 out of 1147 is a 5% debuff, I guess. When you add on BOD though, I think it changed on top of that. So let's wait for these bots to level up real quick, and I'll catch up on chat a little bit while they level up. Guinevere can't stand rubies. I don't know. You with the new buff on Gwyn, it doesn't really matter because you don't have to actually land your jumps anymore. ML really said, surprise, surprise. Well, I'm glad that, you know, I'm glad that we're finding this, you know, but at the same time, it's kind of weird. 1839. Hold up, let's get something. I need our BLD passive up again. Let's see what my damage is at. 740, okay. So 740 times 2 should be 1480 on a crit. Then you go through all the calculations. I should be doing 1965 according to the calculator. So 1965, I get 1839. 1839. Let's see if that's the same type of debuff out of 1965. That is more. That's 6.4% debuff on it with Malefic. So that's very concerning. Let me just double check. I'll do the same test on Argus. So basically what we're looking at is, it seems that Leomord with Malefic Roar does less crit damage than with it, I guess. I guess it's a way to balance it in a sense, some like ninja nerf to it. That, or they completely changed the way Malefic Roar's damage is calculated, which is more, that's worse for me if that's exactly what happened. I would hate it. I would hate if that happened, because now I'd be triggered. I just realized Leo Retri. Yeah, Leo Retri is the meta right now. Okay, so here we have Argus again. I'm gonna buy all those Scarlet Phantoms again just to get his crit rate up. So 25, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get that. Let's get this. Okay, and we're gonna get the potion. And so here's our Layla, and here's our sacrificial Layla over here. When we punch her, we have BOD. So when we punch her, our attack is 715. Let's just double check. Yeah, 715. So 715 times 2 is 1430. If I put that into the thingamajiggy over here, and I take away the glaive, I mean not the glaive, the Malefic Roar, I should be doing 1716 crits. Bam. That works, right? We already verified that works. So let me sell that. Let me get Malefic Roar now. So now that I have Malefic Roar, I have 470 to attack. Times 2, that should be 944. 944 is 1133. Oh, no, because I need to equip it, sorry. I should be doing 1254 now as crits. And I do 1196. $1196 versus 1254. That's the same 5%. They might have changed how it works. They might have changed how it works. They might have changed how it works, and I don't like that. If D5 is greater than whatever. They might have changed this, guys. Let me put in just straight up 35 and see if it's the same. Yeah, so it doesn't make sense if you do it based on their own calculations. Look at this. If I put in a flat value of 35, right? I should be doing 1255. The Laylas are level 2 again, so once again their stats change to 18 physical defense. So let's go ahead and change that. Why not? And we have, once again, 470 to attack. 472 times 2, which is just straight up a 200% damage crit, should be 944. So that's still okay. We still have 35 flat pen, and we have 35. Literally, we changed this. We took away the formula. and we just put 35 flat in there. So our damage should be 1241 when we crit, right? But if you guys look at in game, the reality is way different. 1173. So 1173 out of 12, damn it, 1241 is that 5% thing that we were talking about earlier. So it seems that we aren't doing our maximum crit potential here. It seems that there's a difference here. Something is wrong. Something has been changed with the way that stuff is calculated now. Calculate with 0 defense? Sure. The normal bot? The damage bot? So let's check out the normal bot then. And that would mean that he has 0. And I need to change this formula back. Give me a second. Okay. So we have 35, we have glaive, we have Malefic equipped. 35 flat pen, everything is the same. Literally 472 times 2, everything is the same, right? So this says that our crit should be 1333. Excuse me. So let's see if that matches in game. 1332. So that matches. So I'm pretty sure it's not the way. It has to do with. It definitely has to do with Malefic Roar, and the way it's calculated. It's got to be a little bit different. I almost want to say that Malefic Roar has been nerfed to 30%. Because let's just, for example, just say that it is that, right? Let's put in that Layla again, right? Let's put in this Layla who has 15 physical defense, right? And to get that value down, no, you'd have to get more pen. Let's just ignore this. Let's do this. No glaive, no glaive. Oh my goodness, I figured it out. Check this out, guys. So this is the Layla, right? That we're dealing with. She has 15 physical. Here's our sacrificial Layla, right? Our crit is 1196. Okay. So to get that value, you need a. Let me double check. Oh my god, she leveled up. 1196, okay. Almost there. That's crazy. Alright, to get that value to work. What? To get that value to work, you would be dealing 65% pen. Which, if you guys don't know, your percent pen cannot be that high. Something's broken. Fundamentally broken. But let's keep that. Let's keep that, okay? Let's just keep that for now. Let's go ahead and grab a BOD, okay? Let's just grab a BOD. And my attack, you can't see this, of course. Let me go back. Our attack is now going to be 753. Okay? 753 times 2 is 1506, okay? Damn it. So 1907, and now they're level 2, I believe, so they have 18 defense. No, the other one's level 3, so 21 defense. So if I crit for 1832, 1836, that's close enough. Yeah, so basically, somehow, somehow, the only way that would make sense is if you had a percent pen value of 65%. You guys understand the implication this has, right? Yeah? What the hell? This is not normal. $1801. 1801. 602 times 2. What is going on? How would damage decrease with more pen? I don't understand what's going on. They're level 4 now, so they have 24. Okay. Let's do this. 753 is still my attack, so 750 times 2. Everything's still okay. I should be doing 1796 crits, apparently. 1801. Close enough. It's still in that territory of 65% pen. If 65% pen is true, though, I should be able to summon a random bot, right? With armor. Instead of this. Let's just put, like... No, that's crit reduction, so we can't really use that. Let's just put a really chonky bot down. Okay? And let's get our Scarlet Phantoms back. This is now weird. But anyways. She has 150 physical defense. We have our Malefic, we have our BOD, and we have our Flat Pen stacked up. So our attack is once again 753. So if we crit, we should be doing 1506 ideally, except that this bot has 150 physical defense. So once again, let me go back to the side screen so you guys can see what I'm looking at. So according to this, our final damage should be 990 if 65% pen is true. 990. Reality, 1046. So to get to 1046, we need what? 60% pen? 55% pen? No, 60? 57? 58? 59? No, 55? 52? Let me just double check again. Oh, she leveled up, damn it. 156. Hold up, she leveled up. Wakey wakey, Layla. Come on. Okay. 1037 crit. And her defense has gone up to 156. Just double checking here. 1037, 1037, 1037, 1037, 1037, 1037. Okay. Yeah, so, okay. This is crazy. Here, let me show you how much percent pen is applied for you to get to 1037 on a crit. 57%. Again, the maximum should be 55. So, again, there's something weird going on with Malefic. I will now sacrifice everything here. and apply a chonkiest version I can do of anything here. I believe the chonkiest defense item is Dominance Ice without having a debuff passive. So I'm gonna get all of them. I'm gonna get my full, just all Dom Ice. So this next Layla that spawns is gonna be stacked, like infinite defense, 435, right? And once again, I will get my Scarlet Phantoms. I will close this lane because it's dying, and I will turn off this AAI because he might end the game. And I'll get my my items again. Clear this lane. My attack is once again up in that range. Let me double check. I don't know why it's this low. Haven't done anything weird. 753. Okay, once again, 753. And we have just once again just double checking the math. So 1506. This bot, this Layla bot is level 3 and she has 441 armor. We have Glaive equipped, we have everything equipped, so our crits, according to the spreadsheet, should be doing 536 crit on her. We're doing 509. Oh, it just crit. Hold up, when she was low. Okay, we need another sacrificial Layla for his passive because it's like blowing through it. Okay, we need a lot more Laylas apparently. Come on. Okay, there we go. 637. 509. 637. So 637, right? That doesn't even match. What? So to get that number, my pen should be 45% pen. But my pen is not that. I am so confused. IMO, your formula on the 65% is defense left instead of applying 65%. Check your formula. Sure. So let's do it backwards. That would be 55%, right? The remaining of that would be 55, right? Okay, then let's see here. Defense reduction, 55%. Yes. If E22 is greater than 0, yes. Times 120. 120 over E22. Final armor value. Final armor value is calculated this way. You take your percent pen reduced defense value and you subtract your flat pen value. This one is calculated by taking your percent pen debuff. So you take if C7, which is the defense that she has, right? And you subtract away any flat pen debuff, which you don't have any because she's not a saber here. You multiply it by E18, right? Which is here. If you multiply by 0, you're gonna get 0, right? So if this is 0, then the value you should get is this. It's like a way to check for percent pen debuff or flat pen debuff. So anyway, C7 minus C20 is what you should get, right? And C20 is down here somewhere. Minus, yeah, flat pen debuff. Otherwise, it's C7 minus C20 times E18. And E18 is over here, your percentage. Okay. C9 is this, so this is where it grabs the percentage. So if C8 is greater than, less than 0.35, then your answer is 0.35. Otherwise, the answer is D8, which is the maximum amount of percent pen debuff you can get. Like, I don't see where I have the things inverted. But let's assume they're inverted, okay? Let's assume they're inverted. Because what happens if I invert them, if this were true, then it wouldn't work with anything else. But let's go ahead and try that, okay? Let's go ahead and invert it. If C8 is less than 0.55, then take let's put it in here. 1 minus C8. Otherwise, it's going to be 1 minus that. Okay? We'll take that. We'll do that. And we'll fix this back up again. So all I've done is invert it, okay? Like you have suggested. God damn it. Okay, so now it reads the inverted value, and it should read 638. Yeah. Did that change anything though? Oh, no, it shouldn't change anything because I just inverted it, right? So let's go back to the Layla with low armor, I guess, which is now level 7. Oh, my brain is starting to hurt. Okay, the Layla with low armor, which is... Oh my god, there's so many Laylas. Remove bot, sorry. Normal bot. Alright, so this 15 physical defense Layla, let's go. And I have all my stuff back up, okay. Normal bot. So, once again, my crit should be... Okay, that's a 1909 crit that I just got. So now it matches. Only Malefic and Scarlet. No, you need to do all these. So yeah, if I invert it, it works, Kai. You're correct. But what happens then if I take this on a normal bot, like a damage bot, right? Who has no defense whatsoever? It should still work, I guess. You might be right. I might have had it backwards, but then why did it work? So what that means is, hold up, Akai, what that means is worse then. What it means is that it's backwards. Before, it used to work like backwards. So before, Malefic Roar had more pen, I guess. My brain is going to space because of lots of maths. Yeah, it was decreasing with more pen. Okay, let's see though. I should be doing, according to this bot has absolutely nothing. And we do have this equipped. So I should be doing only 21-26 crits on this guy. When he gets low. So he needs to get low first, right? We need to punch him a little bit. Let's get him low. Let's get him low with that DHS. And let's get that Scarlet again. So I should be doing 21-26. Okay! Crisis averted. Crisis averted, guys. Actually, not really. So basically, what this means for all of you guys that don't understand all the math shit that just happened. Basically, previously, the way things were calculated were inverted, and they just patched this recently. I haven't done tests on this recently, but they just patched it recently. The percent pen, the 35% to maximum 55% before this patch, or before the patch wherever it landed, because the problem is my spreadsheet worked previously. What that means, what that implies is that before, when you bought Malefic Roar, it was actually really 65% physical pen, and then it would lower down to 45% physical pen. back a couple patches ago. That's insane. I can't believe that actually slipped under the radar for Moonton for so long. Because that's been there for like at least a good year now. But yeah, so if you guys are interested in this, you guys can I have this the link for this calculator. Yeah, what that means, Akai, is that their calculators were inverted before. Because all I did was make sure my calculator reflected what I saw in game. Same thing, the same process we just did right now live on stream is exactly what I did with Moonton's stuff not too long ago. Like I have not changed anything. Except I accepted that I tested it. I'm like, damn, you know. That's crazy though. No wonder Malefic Roar was so broken. No wonder Dairoth was so broken. Think about it. Think about that. Oh, what's up, world? I just saw your chat. Sorry, I had the thing loaded up on the side screen. Most of us are on YouTube, like I said before this, in case you're wondering. Let me fix the chat box a little bit better now. Let's give it a height of 800 now. That might be a little bit better. Yeah, it's a little bit better. How about Veil's damage? You want to test? You want to damage test Veil's damage real quick? We can do that, but it would be off. It would be not related to the Leomord lab. But yeah, that's fine. We can do it as an ending thing. Because my brain is melting. I need to just go to sleep after this. Because my eyes bleed, my brain bleeds, everything bleeds. Let's find out. Let's find out. Let's go do a quick Veil test. I'm just glad that it wasn't an actual panic thing that things weren't working right. Okay, let's see. Veil. Magic bias. Let's find out. Sometimes magic bias exists. Whew. Okay. So, Veil is a little bit different than most other mages, of course. Let's get damage increase. The typical stuff that people get on Veil. Damage bot. 7384. Let's do no cooldown though. Okay, so here's the thing though. When you do this on a bot, you have to stack that genius. So there it is. It's all stacked and stuff, and we just have to pay attention to this. 6408 is what it did. So what the thing here says is that it should be doing what now? 1800 plus 1418. So 3214, and we have personally 40 magic pen. So we have 40, and we have glaive equipped, which just shouldn't matter. And then we're also reducing. We have a percent. We have a flat pen debuff from everything. I think it went all the way up to like minus 56. Yeah. So our flat pen debuff is 56. So let's double check our math here real quick. And so here's what the calculator says. 6428. Okay, that's what we're supposed to get. And let's go verify it in game. So spam this S1 on him to stack that other passive up, and then let's just look for that ult damage. 6513. Oh, my passive is leveling up too. I have the thing. Hold up, I gotta do it again. 6537, 6537, and my skills should read different though. Yeah, my skills are different now. $65.37. So there you go. So yeah, so we had $65.37 hit. If I put in that Clock of Destiny that scaled, it's $65.36. So yeah, that works. Like I said, this calculator is completely functional. It's just that I guess they finally fixed their inverted stuff. Yeah. But yeah, you guys can use this. It's free to use. It's like literally, I would recommend you guys, if you guys are curious about things and how damage is calculated, you can do that. I have explanations of like the actual stuff here. Um, but yeah, you can just change all these values. It's got parameters in there to put in a percent pen debuff like Dairoths or Hildas, flat pen debuff like Veils or Harleys or Sabers. You can change your crit damage to be like more than 200%, like 250% or something, whatever you want. Or if you have like a debuff like the one from Blade Armor, you can put that in here. If you have a percent damage increase, which like is Angela, you can put that in here, except that it doesn't work like that anymore. Angela only buffs are only at her S1 only. But I guess the support emblem with the you guys know which one I'm talking about, right? Like the one that increases the damage your allies do. That's where you would put that in. Vengeance goes here. Queen's Wings goes here. Athena's Shield goes here. If you want to put those in as well, you can put those in. And that's pretty much it. You can change all those values for this. The curse of leveling up. Yep. So we're level 12 right now. Let's just go ahead and test it for the shenanigans. 1800 plus 1605 is what we should be doing here. Plus 1605, 3405. So let's change this to 3405. We haven't done this test yet, but we'll see. So we should be doing 6810 with our ult. Let's find out. 6811. There you go. So yeah. So building Heptases plus Malefic or Heptases or plus BOD is better for Dairoth. So Dairoth has a 70% pen debuff, right? And his flat pen is usually 35 if you only have like the Hunter Strike and the Assassin Killing Spree, right? So let's just go for that, okay? That's not a debuff. Sorry, he doesn't have debuffs. So let's go for that 35. If the enemy has 120 defense, like we talked about, and let's just say your skills do 2000 damage, let's just, you know, talk about it like that. Then your question is it better to have BOD or Malefic at this point? So let's see if you do 2000 damage with Malefic, like on your skill, then you'd be doing 2227 through your flat pen debuff and stuff. Just FYI. However, if you don't have the Malefic Roar and you put in your BOD and your BOD buffs your attack to like let's just say that it makes it hypothetically, I don't know, 2500, then you'd be doing 2479. But the reality is, if we want to look at Dairoth, we just have to go in game and test it, you know what I mean? It all depends on how much that BOD buffs your ult or whatever you're hitting with. But in general, if you have glaive versus if you don't have glaive, it does matter. Just think of it as an extra bonus damage, honestly, because you go into the negatives. Anytime you have more damage out than what you should be doing, like 2227 is higher than the 2000 base you should have been doing. Anytime you have that, it means you're doing flat pen damage to the negative pen damage to the enemy. So if you want to do something like that, I guess a better thing to say is like, how much defense can the enemy have for me to ignore all their defense completely? The answer is around 200. Let's find the actual number here. Yeah, so the enemy has to have around Assuming you only have, of course, Hunter Strike. Like if you have Heptases on top of that, this changes. So let's just say you have the full 100%. You have the 30. You have 20 from your emblem, and you have the 30 from Hunter Strike and Heptases, right? Let's just say you have that. So you have 20 plus 30, that's 50. Okay. So that would bump it up to, I believe, 2-3. Nope. 2-2-3. Nope. 2-4-3. 260. 275. 270. 272. 273. 274. There you go. So if you have both Heptases, if you have Heptases, Hunter Strike, Killing Spree, or Assassin Emblem with Pen maxed out, which means your flat pen is 50, and if you have Malefic Roar, and you hit your 70% pen debuff on the enemy, you will ignore up to 274 armor, completely. So your skill will still do 100%. So, just FYI. As for which one's better, I personally think that because he has such strong percent pen debuff, I would say that if you can get rid of the Heptases for a BOD, you would benefit more. So if you have a Hunter Strike BOD Malefic, I'd say that would benefit you more than a Hunter Strike Heptases Malefic. Heptases plus Malefic, Heptases plus BOD. So yeah, I personally don't like Heptases over Hunter Strike because mobility / CDR. But if you like Heptases more, slash to answer your question, Heptases plus Malefic is better. If it's between those two options, for sure, for sure. Sherry, are you a math professor in real life? No, I am a scientist. So math is in the domain. Don't worry. Oh, I just unplugged this apparently. It's not crashed, I just unplugged it. I set down the phone to talk about this. But yeah, hopefully we learned a lot from the Leomord one. This Leomord lab was more scuffed than anything, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. It was hard, it was tough, but we got through it. Like I said, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Let me go back out here, get to the ending menu here. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We don't have the chat box Kun anymore because it died on us. Sad moment, but let's put in the other one. Hold up, let me see if I can grab the other one. I'll grab the other one from the other side. Give me a second here. Ending screen. Here we go. There you go. You guys are still here. So yeah, like I said before, guys, tomorrow is going to be a little bit of the new stream that I want to do, which is literally just nerding out on emblems. But we're to be talking about Lilia tomorrow, and finding out the best emblem for her, legit. So it's not going to be as math involved as this. It's going to be more based on the hero's kit. So if you want to know how to itemize the best, basically, the best build for that hero, itemized 100% through. And like I said, we'll be finding a way to best graphically display it because it's complicated kind of stuff. Because some heroes can have multiple options, obviously. So we'll be talking about that. There's 2 streams tomorrow. I don't know, honestly, I don't know if, to be dead honest with you guys, I don't know if I can make it earlier than that, but I'm gonna try to make it like a 2-hour stream itself. Then when that stream ends, we'll do the other stream, which is the Wan stream. Unless I feel like really tired, then I won't. But ideally, I should be having 2 separate streams tomorrow, like we did today. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But yeah, If you guys want to, Leo's a skill caster. Yes, he is. So if you want to counter him, build Antique Cuirass or Dreadnought armor in the early game. and it stacks on him. So if all your team builds, if your entire team builds Dreadnought armor, you can really nerf people like Leomord hard. Um, it's actually really cool. I'm gonna shut down the giveaway thingy right now. Um, and we'll have the winner for today. Close entries and pick winner. Akai, let's go. Akai, you get the Christmas Eve skin, so you already have you added in game, so don't worry. We'll get you your Christmas Eve skin on the 24th of December. Tomorrow we'll have another one, okay? I know the difference between Athena's and Radiant, but can you tell me when to build Oracle? When you have regen heroes. Oracle is built when you have regen heroes. And Radiant and Athena's go hand in hand. Usually, if you're dealing with mages in this meta, you usually have to build both because Athena's only good for the passive that it has, the damage reduction, and Radiant is more like a little bit better for like sustained team fights where magic damage keeps on landing. But yeah, Oracle you would only build for like regen types heroes. So if you have like and you want like magic res on top of that or shield heroes. So people like Esme would benefit, or if you have, I don't know, somebody like who's a good regen type hero, Uranus, that's when you would think about Oracle more than anything. Even people, or if you have a healer on your team, like you have a support on your team, and not if you were the support. If you're the support, you wouldn't get it. But if you have like a Raph or an Estes, and you want to receive more heals from them, you would get it. So that you increase the heal you receive from your allies. More than anything, it's a healing item and a shield item. So when it's to counter, think about the inverse of dominance ice. If you want, if the hero you're fighting, you counter them with dom ice. Because of the anti-regen, that's the same logic, inverted logic you'd use for Oracle, except that it's not it doesn't scale the same way. Oracle is multiplicative, and Dom Ice is just straight up final reduction. So if you have, like I said before, if you heal for 1,000 and you buy Oracle, then your heal will be boosted up to 30%. So you'll do 1,300 heal, right? But if anybody hits you with Dominance Ice, or if they hit you with Necklace of Durance, they take that 1,300 and cut it straight in half to 650. That's why it's more broken. Go to bed. Yeah, I'm going, bro. Gushin is multi-hit or not? Counter Radiant. I have a counter Gushin video on the channel, but basically, if you want to survive Gushin, you need both Athena Shield, Radiant Armor, and if you're a physical DPS hero, you also need Rose Gold Meteor on top. There's no way to counter Gushin's damage in the late game. You get folded. It's almost impossible. You don't have enough hit points unless you're a tank. So just FYI, your best bet is to dodge most of his skills, and if he's smart and he breaks your Athena shield, there's no way you're surviving anyways. Gushin's very unbalanced in terms of magic damage. You got muted for using daddy in chat? Okay, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow, okay? Good night.